watching, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, cool. I'm probably like halfway through, I would think.
Something like that.
How escape? I guess I can just return to the main menu. Okay. Very cool.
We did it. All right. Let me know next time you're free to play.
Okie dokie, will do. Thank you for recommending it.
Yeah, it's fun. Do you have fun?
I did. You're very fast, but I tried.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was good. Alrighty, see you next time.
See ya, bye.
All right, everybody. Let's see. Let's bring this back over to where it was for other games, and then yeah, we can bring that back. Okay, cool. And now we go to Minecraft. Exit game. Quit. Cool. Very exciting. Yeah. Alrighty then. To Minecraft. That was very good timing on that. I'm glad that the poisoning happened. Don't tell Kara, but it made it so that the ending was very well timed to move over to Ragnamod. I'm also sorry that we had to use the BB gun. What a bees. It's very sad. Very sad indeed. All right. Refined storage is very hard, dude. It's you gotta get all the things. It's basically the pinnacle of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go pee, and then we'll be back. I'll read off notifications, and then we'll Ragnamod, and it will be awesome. Okie dokie. So, we've got Sea Monster Sarah with 1 year, made it a year, Twitch 10 watching. Thanks for all the quality content. Cap. Shade Mage 22 months, a roaming axolotl 16 months. I think this may be my 16th. Oh wait, I read that one. Excuse me. Did I read all these? Yeah, I read all these. Okay. And yeah, that's where we left off. Nile Riva with a sub. Hannah VV19 with 11 months. Escape Academy. I was just about to recommend this game. I am wearing, what quality content pants am I wearing? I'm wearing the newest ones from the color block drop. Just the other colorway, you know? Let's see. Voodoo Poo Poo. Thank you for the sub. Supernatural 70 months. You should start buying PCs like you buy cars. Yeah, I'd be able to just switch between what PC am I feeling like using today. Skylar Kingston gifting a sub. Sea Lemons 40 months. Hey man, been thinking. Now that you don't care about the algorithm, when are we getting Pokemon Heart Gold episode 5? I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Cathartic Cactus, thank you for the 20 months. Just popping in for my sub. Have fun with your games today. Can't stay long because I got my MCAT exam next week. Wish me luck. I'll need every bit I can get. Good luck with that. Hope it's Swick. K-Tiri, 20 months of subbage. Go ID Touch or Goid Touch with 3 months. This game looks super cool. Young Swayze with a sub. And then we had Pinbot with the 10 sub gifts once again. Super duper Swick. Xenon with a sub. SF Shadow with a sub. Tom Max with a sub. Sarah Smiles, 17 months. That went by fast. Pink Panda, 2 months. Insert joke here. Rifkin with 23 months. What genre are national anthems? Country. Lucinagi, 2 years, 2 times around the sun. Arc 2 Recall. 18 months. Escape rooms are fun in real life too. Usually better when you're not getting killed, potentially. Miguel, 21 months, no more ads. Silly Lily with 23 months. Prez to God, 30 months of subbage. Medium Rare with a sub, and Stale Squash with 19 months. So cool, dude. Oh, did game freeze? Oh, there we go. Arabic. Okay, very nice. Very nice indeed. Let me get into here. Cool. Yeah, I will try to get the Caliburn today. Sounds like a pretty good idea. So what I don't know for sure though is like, do I want to use the good sword as the base for the Caliburn, or should I just like not? Does it not matter that much? I guess if it's gonna be super good, I might as well use it as the base anyway. If it's gonna be our super duper good. So oh wait, oops, I haven't changed my skin. But this is fine. And Scaled Suit, thank you for the 26 months. Ceviche Good. If you use the good sword, it loses all its. No. I mean the new one. The new one from here. This one. The one that we get from the whichever one it is. The crystal sword. Should I use the crystal sword for it? Tip 11,200 bits. Just me. Your microphone looked bigger on your webcam than usual. No, it looks the same. I think what's throwing you off is that I'm leaned back. 3-dimensional. Whoa. How does he do it? How does he lean? How does he lean? Oh my god. You think use the crystal sword? Crystal sword, highest possible smite. Okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Dragonbone sword is better base damage. Is it actually? Where is Dragonbone sword? It is. That's not a higher base. That's 8. Huh? This is 14. 8. What you want about, dude? Am I missing something? Because that seems like a lot more damage than that. Oh, you mean just the dragon sword? I don't think we can make that yet. Because, yeah. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. What the frick? Oh, we need the Dragon Forge. We need the Dragon Forge for this. I don't think we can get that, but that's pretty cool. It's pretty fancy. But yeah, we need to do the whole Dragon Forge thing, which is like a heck of a process to do. Yeah. I don't think we can get that today, so we might as well just use the crystal sword. Just get a Dragon Forge real quick. No problem, bro. No problem. I actually don't even know where you get it, because back in MCE you went to those like fancy undead structure place things, and I don't even anyway. Let's see. Oh, San Sassin, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Pretty swick, dude. Tip 11,200 bits. Seeing as Fallen Kingdom server is shutting down tonight, I was thinking if you have any time after Ragnamod, you should pop on the server at least for a little bit. One last hoorah to say farewell to the server. We shall see. I mean, the funny thing is, like, so no one has played on it. It was very, very expensive to maintain. And I know that as soon as something is going away, all of a sudden people are like, wait a minute. Wait, but it shouldn't be going away. But at the end of the day, it was really expensive. And, so it fell. The kingdom fell as it was destined to. But yeah, I mean, we had some good fun on there, but it was costing, like, to be completely honest, it was costing several K a month to maintain the servers. And so it's just like, you know, it's kind of hard to justify doing. So, So anyway, let's see. I guess I should undeafen. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Yo.
Sup?
How are you?
Pretty aight, dude. Pretty aight.
Pretty aight?
Yeah, pretty aight. Ready to make some fancy. Oh, did you get the thing to work? Wait. What?
Someone was saying that an armor stand will automate it, but I'm not sure that I believe it.
But you are able to make it work. Do you know what was wrong before?
Well, yes and no. Someone was saying it's because I had a dank in my inventory and they don't play nice. But I actually just set up the hopper to go around it because the hopper would inject into it.
What?
Well, it's not exactly working, but it's still kind of funny. Let's see. I'm so confused. This doesn't multiple armor stands. What?
Yeah, just put like 10 armor stands on there, and then it'll work.
This is the entire stream from here on. Like we're just doing this now. How you guys doing?
Great. Pretty. Wait, what is this for? Are you just making a nice little thing to make it look nice?
I accidentally placed one, and so I just placed the others to just.
Oh,
place
okay.
them.
Makes sense.
Keep them.
Yeah, no, I think it looked nice.
It did look nice. No, you put them back.
Wow. Okay. Well, I can't. I don't have the blocks seen.
Okay. Well, I don't either. I put them in the system, but I did fill in these item frames with them too. So, all right.
Oh, that does look really good.
Guys, we're gonna be recording for YouTube, so if we make some changes, we understand it's because of the recordings for YouTube, so we might turn off some things. We appreciate you all coming out and being a part of it, though. You are all very important to us, especially you. So thank you for being here, and with that, I am good to go.
Hi, everybody.
Good to go.
I love it.
I can't tell if he did it on purpose or if it just happened again.
And you're not gonna know.
You'll never know.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ragnamod, brought to you by...
All right. Bye, everybody.
Farewell.
Later.
Fake plants, though, are really where it's at.
Yeah.
Really, yes.
I have some fake plants that look super nice, and you would like not even from far away know the difference.
I mean,
And you never let anybody
good-
get up close to him.
Good fake plants should be pretty.
Yeah. I mean, even getting up close to you, you're
distinguishable.
like, wait a minute, is this real? Is this fake? And then it's just nice. It's nice. Fake orchids, because orchids can be hard to take care of, but orchids really look nice. So you fake orchids, and then your problem is solved.
Forkids.
Exactly.
Flappies. A block of flappies, I assume.
All right, that seemed like a very productive session.
Yeah. Oh, we got
Yeah.
stuff done. I mean, I just spent the entire time looking at bee parts, but
And I ate noses.
as I'm wont to do. Yes.
And kill a dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't forget you killed a dog. Yeah.
But more importantly, I ate a lot of nose.
Oh, but more importantly, you killed a dog.
You did kill a dog. I remember that.
But I ate noses.
Okay. But the
Nobody
dog-
knows that happened though.
I knows that it happened.
You are on a rip today, Zine. Holy.
What? I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me just
No,
see.
no, good. Absolutely. Like,
Oh, yeah, that works. What the? Oh, well,
Are
we've
you
got
okay?
we've got a good, actually great. No, this is very useful. Cooked villager nose is a slime ball. So we can make lots of the obsidian chunks and stuff like that. So it's good.
what'd you say?
You cook a
It's a
villager
slime
nose
ball.
and it turns into a slime ball.
That's actually kind of handy.
Yeah, it is. It's a great source of slime
I hate
ball.
it, but that's kind of handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems a bit more nosy than handy to me.
Oh, as you say, as you would say. All right. Well,
you know,
I might continue just kind of putzing with these for a little while because it's
Okay.
like not the world's. I mean, you know, it's my entire episode, but I don't want too many episodes of me just sitting here being like, okay, is this one? Nope, that one isn't the right one. You know.
Makes sense.
So-
Makes sense. Well, you guys, the infrastructure is all there. If any of you want to do the
Murder our dogs.
yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
You didn't have to.
I choose the way of peace.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's commendable of you to not be
I'm a-
corrupted by the dark side.
Well, it was like when I first started doing all advancements, you know, it took me like a couple of minutes. But at first I was like, so do I have to kill peaceful animals too? Like for Monster Hunter, like, do you want me to kill a dog and a fox and all that? Obviously you don't.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But
How did you do it before the all advancements tool existed? Did you do it before that tool existed?
no, I was very privileged.
Okay.
The tool was around when I started, yeah.
Because that would be quite a time.
Yeah, I also started doing all advancements when Uneasy Alliance, you know, that technology had advanced a good bit. I know you started way before any of that made rounds, and it was very difficult for you. But
I
Yeah.
found a solution to Uneasy Alliance, and it worked very well.
Which one's
it was a
Uneasy
great
Alliance?
saga.
Yeah, that's Ghast
That's
in the overworld.
gas in the overworld.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah. But
Well, no, the how did we get here was the worst, but still,
how did we get here
Now
is
with the-
predictable, at least.
I'm a
Have
little.
you done it yet?
I have not.
have, but I have not done it with like latest version, so bit of a difference there. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing because I did the MCHC 100 challenge, and that was a ton of fun. But I
What sounds that?
So, but it was at 116 back when I did it, so I haven't dealt with Ward. But that was just basically doing all achievements in hardcore, which,
Okay.
you know, again, I'm not an achievement runner, so that was difficult for me, and I did it pretty slow and steady. But it was fun. I normally don't have a lot of fun in regular Minecraft, like non-modded. But when I have like a goal, when I have like okay steps to do, then that isn't so bad. I enjoy that.
Yeah. When you have
It's
like
just-
a direction to go.
It's just it's like I've told Jordan before, but it's like I've played a lot of Minecraft, so like just vanilla. Here you go, stick me in a world and be like, go have fun. I'm like,
I don't know how to have fun.
Well, single player especially too, because like not only is it kind of hard to figure out what to do, but it's also I don't know, it's a bit lonely, I guess.
yeah. So, But doing it in hardcore, it was my first hardcore playthrough, and then doing all achievements, and I didn't actually end up wiping it all, which was kind of cool. So yeah, getting a chance to do all that was neat.
Sick.
But I kind of want to revisit it, but at the same time, the hardcore with Warden, I would need to experience the Warden a lot more before I try that. And
you can kind of avoid the Warden usually, but yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't know what the best route is going to be to do. How do we get here in the ancient city? Pete, you got any tips and tricks?
I have not played 119, so
Okay.
I don't really know the way around that.
That was a funky
How do you
tree.
usually do? How did we get here? Do you like create a little is there like a machine that you build that dispenses all the potions, and then you have one block and you get hit with the shulker and all that? Like, what do you?
Yeah, there's a few different setups. There's like a basic setup that uses some blocks and trapdoors and a couple water sources, so you can swim and get hit by the shulker with the trapdoor, like open and close it.
That's
And then there's like Chad setup, which is not building any structure and just doing it like sitting in water and.
Okay.
Well, because like with the main setup, you use a dispenser to shoot the spectral arrows and the potion of invisibility at you. But with like Chad's setup, you'd shoot yourself and throw the invisibility potion like beforehand. So yeah, there's different ways of doing it, but yeah, usually just setting it up.
I just like how that is called the Chad setup.
I mean, it sounds like the Chad setup, to be honest, so that makes sense. That was tier 2. Okay, so.
Yeah, how did we get here? It was kind of like cool to start getting used to, because it seems really daunting, but after your first couple times doing it, it's more about just like making sure you have the order of everything down and you don't forget anything. It's not so much about difficulty, I guess, because it's relatively easy to do if you have a setup. You just got to not forget things. That's where people usually fail, is just forgetting one step along the way.
Right.
Getting shot by the glowing arrow and the shulker. Like, I had never tried moving a shulker into the overworld, so that involved a lot of buttons. I don't know if that's the correct way to do it, but
Buttons.
Wait, buttons?
yeah, there were like you put basically bring the I rail carted the shulker way over to the portal or around the portal, and then basically you put buttons everywhere that he could possibly teleport except for into the portal. Or around there, and then that's how he ended up following through. Is you just eliminate anywhere for it to teleport to,
can
basically.
you can't cart it into the portal? It has to be out of the cart.
Maybe you can. I don't know. Like that's how I did it. I don't know if that's how it needed to be done.
What do you? I mean, Pete, can you do it now?
With what do you mean?
Like, how do you? Can you just do the tracks into the portal?
No, the boat is usually how it's done now. You don't need minecart or rail tracks to
Oh, okay.
get a
If it's in
shulker
boat,
back on.
Can you just ride it with it in the boat and just drop down through the portal and call it good?
Yeah, he's talking about the what's it called? The
Getting the
little, like,
shulker through
gateways,
the
inner
portal.
gateways.
Well, no, but through the main fountain.
Oh yeah, the main fountain. Yeah, same thing. So the method of doing that is use 2 boats and a bow and arrow. You push the shulker. You basically ride the shulker when it's in a boat into the portal, so it kind of sits at the bottom. And then you.
Okay, but it doesn't go
the
through
boat.
when it's in the boat.
No, you have to shoot the boat out from under it, like under the portal block, and then it'll teleport into
Then
the
it'll
overworld.
teleport. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically it was in a way similar but different, which is that instead of having it preset into there, it was dropping it into onto a block and then just giving it nowhere else to teleport but where it was going to teleport through.
But inside the portal. Okay.
Yeah. So your way much better, but that was at least how it was. I achieved it or knew to achieve it. So.
Got it.
You probably have to make that pretty big, right? Like 12 by 12 or something.
Yeah, it
pretty
was
large.
like I said, it was a lot of buttons. Oh my god. When daylight comes and all the bees just bail out, it's kind of great. And then there's just color bees everywhere. Let's Let's see. Was it? It's Rocky.
How difficult was it for you to get the shulker home, Jordan? Because I know that in
Oh, I haven't done it
they
yet.
changed.
I haven't done it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I want to collect all the intel that I possibly can.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you anything, man.
I don't know how to do it.
I wouldn't have said a word if it.
I've done it
Told
so
me
many
you hadn't done
times.
it yet
I've done it
before.
so many times, Pete. So many.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Veteran. Yeah.
Well,
what's
then
your
he
method
doesn't
of
need
doing
any
it then?
answer. Yeah.
I just want to hear how you've done it all these times, just so I can compare to the way that I do it. See if we do the same thing. Oh yeah. That way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to have a whole lot of information there. That was weird.
No. That's the same way I do it. Yeah.
No, I what I do, you see, is I pick up the shulker with shift right click, and then I just carry it into the portal, and then I pick it up and I fly back home to where I need to go.
As one does.
Oh yeah. No, the way I usually do it for 116 is I just ask the shulker to go back home, and it just leaves
like
the
you can
city and
befriend
walks
him.
into the portal itself.
Yeah, I tame it by feeding it the blood of its enemies.
Enemies? Yeah.
/ friends. I don't know however shulkers think of other shulkers, but I feed it the shulker shells, and then it
I've
becomes
seen them
my
be pretty
friend.
violent to each other. Either
Yeah.
they're friends and short-tempered, or they just hate each other. I don't know.
I'm having
But when you get around to it,
I'm having a great time over here farming villagers.
my favorite thing between 116 and 117, I don't know why they changed it, is that shulkers don't really sit in boats the way they used to. In 116, if you put a shulker in a boat, it couldn't shoot you because the hitbox of the shulker would clip to the ground, and you'd essentially be good to just ride it around wherever. Now, for some reason, in 117, the shulker sits a little bit elevated in a boat and a minecart, so it'll, even if it's in a boat, it can still shoot you all the time.
So that's going to be
Whatever.
a problem potentially.
It takes a while, and it's aggravating. Shulker transport is probably the most fun that I have during all advancements, and also the thing that makes me want to rip my hair out. Because when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it sucks. I don't know what it is about getting shot by those little levitation bulbs, but I feel myself losing a year off my life every time it hits me.
I hate the levitation bulbs. They're like,
There's just nothing else to do but just sit there for 7 seconds thinking about what you could have done better.
maybe not getting hit by the thing would have been a start. Oh, that's what I wanted, was the block of copper. I'm assuming we don't have any clogum. No.
What should I order for dinner, folks?
You haven't even ordered yet?
I have not. I've been so focused on my villager farming, and it's been pretty great, honestly.
Well, I know your opinions on Chipotle. Well, the opinions of your bowels.
Yeah,
so I'm not
that would
recommending that one.
probably not be the way.
This is not the way. Okay, there's Rocky. Now where's Gravelly?
I gotta order food one-handed though because I'm slaying villagers with the other hand.
Oh, the grind. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So we don't have many good places around where I am for this, but I know you're in LA.
Hey,
so
we got a
maybe-
Colby.
Maybe curry, by chance?
Curry. You know, I haven't actually ever ordered curry for delivery. It's not on my go-to list.
I like a good.
but-
I like a good curry chicken.
There's a really good Thai food place near me that has some.
Oh, if you're going Thai, then yellow curry. Oh yeah. Ooh. Sorry.
I think Thai food is my pitch. Then
Yeah, do you think I should do Thai food? All right, I could do.
I'm pretty sure you said pitch, but I heard Thai food is my bitch, and I was like, oh.
I heard pitch. Just so we're clear, Pete. You're in the clear.
I mean, I'm down for both. You know.
He's,
like,
I
my
was
food
like,
gets
I
on my
don't
plate.
think he
That's
cares
mine,
either
you know?
way, but yeah.
Okay, let's see. My mana is flying up too. It's pretty great.
Oh yeah, well I've got a Colby, so you know we're pretty good over here too.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, yours is a lot cooler. No, you're right.
I get a pad CU. That's pretty good.
Okay. Got a call from the old Papa, but nothing serious. Good to know.
That's good. That's
Always
good.
good when it's not serious.
Yeah, it's always the ideal, you know. Like,
I've gotten into that habit whenever I call my parents, especially when it's like in later hours of the night, because you know my parents have a good sleep schedule. I stream for a living. You know, the first thing that I do is I just say, "Hi, Mom. I'm fine, by the way. I'm fine. I'm fine." Like that's the first thing that I say every time I make a phone call. It's like, "I'm fine." 2 a.m. call. I'm fine. How you doing?
And they're like, "Why are you calling this early?" Yeah, no, he just gave me a call in the middle of this, and it's like, you know, I guess it's I was like, man, and it's 10, which is kind of late for him, but I guess he's an hour earlier than me now, so it's only 9. Okay, well that makes more sense.
How's it been adjusting to the new time zone?
It's been fine. It's just doing, you know, like it's not difficult or anything. It just is. I think I've mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned it live or not, but I've had a lot of people that are like, "Oh, how are you liking this heat wave? You know, you bet you weren't expecting the heat and stuff." I'm like, this is like, it feels like home. Like yeah, this is what I was trying to get away from, but I'm very familiar with this weather. Like Utah is 100 plus in the summer, not at all uncommon. So this heat wave is just standard living for me.
Hey, we got some 104-degree highs happening in a couple days for us, so I'm with you on that one. Whew. Good old Smogus coming around in a week.
Yeah, where it got brutal was my power bill this last month.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
600 plus, and I was like, oh my god.
Was that for 1 month?
On a month, your son.
What's that?
That was for one. My
Like
power bill is billed like semi-monthly, so I was asking if it was for 1 month for you.
No, that's 1 month.
Ooh wee.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like okay, the computers are going off before bedtime at now every month, you know, like no more leaving anything on. So it's it's been.
What do you usually have like running power-wise throughout the day?
Not really that much.
It's air conditioning.
It's just AC. It's just air conditioning. Yeah.
Just air conditioning? Oh jeez.
Under normal circumstances, I've got my 2 PCs, which you know they're not nothing.
They can't compete with air conditioning though.
And then the air conditioning, and then also my car, but I don't drive that much, so the car is some, of course, but it's not a ton.
Does your house have zoning?
No, it's just the one thermostat. But
okay.
I mean, I can tell you as someone who doesn't have an electric car charging and has one PC running usually, it's the air conditioning.
It's the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AC was brutal, and then you know it was just a very hot month, and everything lined up. And then also on top of that, because this is a shorter term lease, Texas is pretty unique in how it does its power stuff, and that basically they've got it. You pay a base utility fee for the lines, for the service lines, and then you choose amongst many different power providers for the actual power. And so because I only needed 6 months, I basically pay more for my electricity because I don't have a long-term contract. You pay more per kilowatt hour for a shorter term contract than a longer term.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. So it's definitely an interest. I know that I've heard people down here very proud of how they have it set up, and I'm like, they're like, yes, the competition, because it's unregulated, you got all this competition and stuff, and I'm like, okay, but I'm still paying a lot more here than I did where it was regulated. So I don't know how that's helped. but at least your guys' power will go out if it's too hot or if it's too cold. So you've got that going for you too.
At least it's worse in every way, but I mean, good on that competition.
It was kind of a strange, there are things that are pretty cool in Texas and you should absolutely be proud of. And I don't know that their power grid is one of them, Like, it was like, It's definitely been an adjustment moving here. Like, and it's just everything governmental is designed to be bad. Is bad by design and intention. And I don't fully understand how that's supposed to be better, but I understand that they think it is.
Fair enough.
And it's like I don't want to get into politics and stuff like that. Like, obviously, there's a different political ideology there than what I typically follow behind. But did I tell you about getting my driver's license though? Because that was a trip.
You did not. But before you do that, I'm gonna have to go pee.
Okay, yeah. If you need to go pee, go pee.
Yeah, I don't want to miss out on the driver's license story though.
I mean, now it's gonna be disappointing.
Okay, one sec. I gotta pee and get water. This is good. One moment.
Yeah. He needs this.
It's really my streamer doesn't have wireless headphones.
I actually don't do wireless because I don't want the latency. I don't know. I think that there's radio ones now that the latency isn't too bad, but I've had enough wireless headphones that have 50 to 100 millisecond latency, which is just enough to speech jam you. And so I have stayed away from the wireless. I used to have, I mean, these were probably 20 years ago, so I'm sure that they're much better now. But I used to have some of the original Sennheiser wireless cans, and they were pretty nice, except like when it hadn't gotten signal for like 10 minutes, then it would basically just turn off the transceiver, and so it would just go to static. So literally you would just have like just kick on until you either made some sound out of the computer so it would broadcast, or else take them off, which
you just hear white noise after a while of it idling.
Yeah. But it's like not a like, oh, this is pleasant. It's just like I just choked trying to do the sound. It's just like you're like, this is nice. Yes, great.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of dial-up tones a little bit.
And it's been 20 minutes, so you've forgotten that you're wearing them and there's nothing going on because you're not, and so it's startling. Like crap. Dial tones, not dial tone, but like modem dial-up tones and stuff. Like I actually, I don't know if I still could. I probably still could to some extent, but I could tell you whether or not, like the speed that they were establishing by the tone and sounds, and whether or not they were.
Oh yeah, because that's your specialty. Like that's your area.
And what being old?
No. Oh god! All right, I'm back into this combo. But.
Yeah, that's what you're known for. Yep, you're right. I'm known for being old.
Zane, you are being extra tolerable right now. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, I am back for the driver's license story.
So it was nuts, because it's like my license was expiring this year on my birthday, which was like a week and a half ago. And so I had like 2 or 3 weeks before my license was about to expire. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to get my license. And they're like, well, if you're going to get your license, you have to either sign an affidavit saying you don't have a car, or else you need to have your car registered in Texas. So I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. So I went and got my car registered here and put on Texas plates, and suddenly all the drivers were a lot nicer to me, but not the point.
Wait, was there actually a change, or was that?
No, I haven't noticed a change, although I was talking to a friend who was from California, and he was like, oh no, dramatic difference, because Texans do not like Californians.
I don't think anybody likes Californians, to be fair.
I think they're fine, but
it's I feel like it would be I feel bad for you and I don't think about you at all kind of situation.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it exactly. I remember seeing a Reddit thread where they were talking about how and Texans were like, we hate Californians, and everyone in California is like, really? I don't even think about you. Like, and but at any rate, so I'm like, okay, I need to get my license. I got my car registered. And so I go on, how do I get my license? And they're like, oh, just, online scheduling. Here you go. And I'm like, sweet. And so I go and get a schedule, and it's like, your next available appointment is November 4th. And I'm like, Jesus, like, I mean, and this was last month, this was like 4 weeks ago. And so I'm like, which would be last month. And I'm like, okay, that's probably not going to work for me. So what are my options? And they basically were like, well, we also reserve a certain number of slots for walk-ins every day. So basically their online scheduling is like, we will schedule you out to here, but there's, 10, 20, however many walk-in appointments that you can make every day. And so you have to, in order to get one of those, you basically wake up at 6 a.m. and then about an hour before open, you go and you stand in line like you're trying to get
this is the same in California. It's like that.
Is it?
It's in LA. It's awful.
Yeah.
But the appointments last I checked were not that far out, so I guess it's better in that capacity.
Yeah, like if it's you can just schedule and that's fine, but it's like 4 months out, or else you go and you stand in line like you're trying to get tickets to a concert, and everybody's lined up, and then certain people get filtered through, and then they tell everybody else, go home and try again. Sorry, lol, suckers. And
no, it's lines around the building for DMVs around here, and it is interesting because that only happened since the pandemic. It used to be I could go to the DMV that I would usually go to, and even if you didn't have an appointment, there was hardly any line whatsoever. And now it's around the building. I'm like, what changed?
Yeah, maybe it's just that they don't let people sit inside, or I don't know.
No, looks the same inside.
I mean, when I was at the DLD, because I had to be at the DLD to get my motorcycle endorsement a few years earlier in Utah, and it was like I walked in and I took a number, and then after about 5 minutes, my number was called, and I went up and did it, and it was just like, okay, that was that's how it's supposed to work,
Better than waiting for November.
Yeah. So my bad for not scheduling more than 4 months out, and that's where I oopsied, I guess.
So you did wait, and you got it, and it worked out.
Yeah, no, I actually that was also kind of funny. I got in the first time, like I fortunately got there early enough, and I got in, and they were telling people, well, most of the appointments are already out, like they were actually starting to turn people away, and like right around me, like they were started to, and I walked up, and they had a person that was helping, like, it's the self-checking kiosk that they have an employee checking you in on it, which is its own thing, but whatever. And she hits the buttons, and she's like, okay, there's one right now. And I was like, sweet, awesome, cool, And so she starts filling out the paperwork and stuff. And about 30 seconds later, the lady next to her was like, did you just take my appointment? And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah, I just cleared this up because we had to change something. And so, like, basically, she had someone who had to be redone in the system, and it freed the appointment for a couple seconds, and I ended up grabbing it, and I'm standing there like awkwardly, and so the lady who had checked me in, she's like, well, I can't give it back, that would hurt his heart. That's what she said, like verbatim, and I was like, I've never heard anyone use that phrase, but you're right, that would have hurt my heart.
Oh my god.
She's like, and so they had to like kind of do this whole thing to figure it out. But she was like, no, I'm not taking it from you. Like, I've told you you're in. I was like, you go, lady. But that just cracked me up. It would hurt his heart.
If I was in California and somebody said like, oh, it would hurt his heart to me, that's stun lock me. I wouldn't know how to respond. Like, you care about me?
I matter?
Someone at the DMV saying that? Ooh, yeah, that's crazy.
Bless her heart. I know, right?
So what's the reaction to the other person then when that was said? Like,
the person wasn't with them. It was like just the employee. I don't know. Like, I think the person was sitting down or something. So it's like it was just the employee. But the employee just kind of had that like look, like was literally just doing the open mouth stare, like, what do you expect me to do now? And I'm like
did
over there like,
did the other person just get wrecked?
I don't know. I assume that they figured it out. Like I would assume that somehow she'd be like, okay, no, like you go here or something. But I don't know.
Maybe they took your November slot and they're still waiting for their appointment.
They're like, well, and I'm like over there like,
did the other person just get wrecked?
I don't know. I assume that they figured it out. Like I would assume that somehow she'd be like, okay, no, like you go here or something. But I don't know.
Maybe they took your November slot and they're still waiting for their appointment.
They're like, well, I guess it's November for me.
Oof.
Yeah, it was a strange experience. And maybe it is just pandemic and I just remember it pre-pandemic, and so, you know, I don't like, I'm sitting here like this is crazy and I can't believe it, you guys are insane. But, you know, but yeah, the belief here is very much that California is a failed state and a hellscape that everybody is trying to escape from and leave to. And
it is expensive, and we
it's
are
definitely
running out of
expensive.
water, but it also is one of the world's largest economies, and there is a budget surplus. So,
oh yeah, no, like I honestly I kind of feel like, you know, California went through that budget crisis like 15 years ago, and like no one's realized that they've figured it out, like that it's fine now, and then so they're like, oh yeah, no, they're on the brink of collapse at any time.
I mean, I would mainly attribute that to the water problems and fire problems, and yeah.
Impending earthquake problems.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
that too.
I think part of the perception is also just because, you know, you always get people moving out of California, and what they don't realize is there's also people moving into California. Like, it's not a mass exodus of the population.
I think
but
we
there's
did have a
belief that
net
it's like,
loss for the first time over
yeah, but it's
COVID,
like
though.
1% or 2%
Sure.
or something. It's not like, you know, everybody's like, I'm out of here, prick. So, but yeah, the water thing is the bigger deal for me. That was one of the reasons I wanted out of Utah. Was I'm just like, I would like to go where I know that I'm not dependent on a lake that is literally the lowest I've ever seen in my entire lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happens with that whole deal over the next 50 years.
Oh, I think some people very much well and know. I think we're just trying not to think about that all that much.
Well, it's kind of unprecedented. There has thus far in a developed country never been a forced mass migration due to there is no more water. So it is an is it possible? And if it happens, does the government say, yeah, sorry guys, gonna have to leave. There's no water.
So that's our bad, but go ahead. Yeah. I mean, who's to say, really? Utah literally, and I think it's insane, and I don't think it'll go anywhere, but Utah literally funded a commission to investigate the feasibility of creating a pipeline of water from the ocean to here to help refill the Great Salt Lake.
Wow.
Huh?
Like from the Pacific through California, through Nevada, and into Utah. And I'm
Wait,
like,
do you
okay,
guys desalinate?
No, the Great Salt Lake is.
Well, then what is the use of the Great Salt Lake then?
Oh, there's a ton. There's a ton of industry that's off of it. It generates a lot of fresh water in lake effect, in a lot of the snow and stuff. Like, I mean, Utah snow, like they had the Winter Olympics because it's world-renowned snow. Is based off of pretty much lake effect water picked up off of it. And
Wait, is it like evaporation turning into snow, or?
Yeah, that's what lake effect snow is. Is basically it has to do with the air currents, and they basically pick up a ton of snow right off the lake and then dump it. But it also, you get that in the rains and stuff like that, so that So even though it's staying saltier, it's still providing a lot of fresh water and precipitation and economy stuff. And then also the other fun part to the whole thing is that it's been covered for a good long while. So they're finding that as it dries up and lake bed is revealed, that they're having bad dust storms that are full of arsenic and other really not fun stuff from the downwinders that had settled down below, that now is being re-exposed and made airborne because the water was there and now it's not. So it's a good time. Boy, I sure miss having to worry about that.
I mean, it's going to become problematic almost anywhere and everywhere, though, because if people do have to migrate due to lack of water, then all of a sudden you have to sustain more people on the water supply at a new place that previously didn't have to do that, and it just keeps on kicking the can down the road until, well, do we have human mass extinction?
There's a lot of that's assuming that there aren't solutions, and one of the things that it's easy to kind of fall into is just the negative news cycle and stuff. But we're coming up with a lot of water conservation and a lot of environmental improvements that hadn't been considered for a good long while, and it's now becoming economically not only feasible but also important to investigate in that stuff. So there is progress being made. That doesn't mean that things are fixed or everything's there, but it's easy to get caught on the doom train. But there's more to it than just doom and gloom and stuff. So. I forget what the channel is that is the science channel that has the German name, but they did a
Kurzgesagt?
Yep, them. They did a pretty interesting video on how it's basically like things are dire, things are bad, but don't panic. There's also solutions coming, and here's the progress that you're not necessarily thinking about, and so that was really nice. So again. We've kind of talked about it before, but news sells through negative headlines because people want to reinforce how bad it is to themselves. But there's also positive stuff happening, and it's not all as bad as we think. At least not in terms of that. Politically, it's worse, but still.
We'll see. I have someone who I go driving with who has basically held off of, he's lived here for a very long time, but he's held off of buying a house or doing anything that would kind of give him permanent roots to Southern California because he is concerned he will have to flee because of water crises and whatnot. So
right,
certainly in people's thoughts.
Yeah. Great Salt Lake disappears and toxic dust is in the air. Lake Mead disappears and they find mafia body dumps.
Well, so what about you then, Jordan? If you had to move out of California inevitably, do you have any idea where you would go to?
I mean, it depends. If I would probably if I could, I would probably move to a different country, like Canada or something like that. Maybe go to Vancouver. But I know that getting a visa would be super difficult because I don't have a college degree, and they ultimately usually want something like that. So
they're looking for people who contribute to society, not influencers.
Basically, yeah. Well, I'm actually very curious, what PewDiePie's process was for getting a visa to Japan, because, I don't know in different countries if they just purely look at economic status and finances in some versus others, and obviously for someone like him, he'd be at an advantage for that aspect. But I think in most countries they do look at just at college degree, your ability to contribute to society via employment or having an employer that can vouch for you and get you a visa. And so I'm curious for a situation like his, where he isn't necessarily employing people who are in the country, and he doesn't have an employer to vouch for him, like what that looks like.
I don't know if like it's one of those. It's like I don't think I can speak necessarily authoritatively, but from what I know, like of course, you know, if you're going for a work visa or stuff, that, you know, an expedited, then yeah, that's all going to be important. But I'm pretty sure you could just, you know, you go through the process and you're on a wait list and you basically, you know, it depends on each per country, of course.
Hey,
but
Sneak, thanks
I don't
for
think immigration
rating.
is necessarily locked down to
We're
do we
just
want you here? Like I think
slaying
there's a little more
villagers.
to
That's
it
all we're
than that.
doing right now. We're having villager slaying
I don't know.
podcast. Yeah, I every country is going to be different to some extent, but
Sure.
I would probably, if I were going to move, like do a big move out of California, it'd be cool to do a different country. I just don't know how feasible that actually is.
Right. Also, I think that a big part of it is just paying the right immigration lawyer.
Sure, but you have to have the qualifications. They can only do so much. This is I'm making a sword with a lot of damage. I had
But,
744 damage. Every time I kill a villager, it
Anyway,
gives me more
so,
damage.
yeah,
So I have
it
a crazy
is-
villager
they- but
spawner,
to
and
kind of reel that back to where they were like
It's
actually
great.
talking about a pipeline, and I'm like, guys, I mean, you know, obviously I'm talking to no one, but I'm like, it's. I'm pretty sure the ocean is about at sea level. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. And
no way.
yeah, I know, right? And Salt Lake City is like 4,000 feet elevation. So not only are they
Lot of pumps.
piping it, well, I understand pumps, but pumping 4,000.
No,
feet
I'm saying that's a
elevation
lot
is-
of pumps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, it's not just about getting it here. That's a lot of pipe, but that's a lot of pumps. So yeah, I don't know how feasible they were actually being, but you know, whatever. That's not the point, I guess.
That's so much pipe.
That's laying a lot of pipe.
Good games in MCC, by the way. Yesterday, sorry everybody, we're having a bit of a water podcast
I am
right
spending
now.
my life
Well, this
in
is
this
the
dome.
this is the
this is where I will
bonus
be
after
the
after
entire
hours.
rest of the,
Usually we end the episode
everything.
and I end the stream, but instead I've carried on slaying villagers. So that's
every
what's
episode.
happening.
In MC Eternal, it was just every episode. It was in front of the crafting
Yeah, in
circle,
order to get
making-
this sword, I had to
making
tame a dog
recipes,
and
this one would
slay
just
it,
be
and
over here
I am a
breeding
monster.
bees.
It's
Well,
it's
better
pretty
than
bad.
to be in front of the enchant table for another 10 episodes.
I mean, you know, at least there was a. Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, you're saying it wasn't? Should we go back to that then?
We should go back. I mean, I'm down to go back. Like we can.
All right, Jordan.
Might as well make.
Sorry,
most of it.
what are we going back to? I was slightly distracted by
Enchanting
saying.
for 10 episodes straight?
Oh,
So 20 episodes of enchanting.
I mean, I'm just slaying villagers for 20 episodes straight, so it kind of all
Yeah.
works out.
Kilroy said that if I break any of these and the bees see them at all, then all the bees aggro on me, which is just problematic to say the
boy.
least.
You can
But
write that one down for a finale episode.
goodness. Dear friends, I've made a bingo card drinking game for Ragnamod. We'll be sharing soon. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh
I'm with
boy.
that.
I mean, what is the center one? Free/enchant something?
Enchant something is as good as free, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was. Welcome to the joke. Population.
Can you explain that?
What do you mean?
I didn't understand what?
I know. I'm sorry. I was confusing. I can't get this bee to go. Oh, it's because he doesn't have his breeding block, and so he's just patrolling the exterior, wanting out. Like, I am unsatisfied.
Wonder how
You
close
can
I
apply
am to full
calming
hat
with
completion.
the beacon, and you can break them. What if I break them and one is inside? Does he pop out angry? Does he die? Does he? Can I? If he's calm, will he just pop out?
You know, I've just realized that I am going to have to get going because my food is going to be here in a few moments. But
Well, it was fun chatting after.
it has been fun having this little encore session.
Indeed.
So
Pops out angry. Okay. Even if calming is on. Well, enjoy your
Bernard, you
food.
want to,
Wait. What did you order? Hang on. I don't know
pad
that they reflect-
CU.
What did you do to me?
See you. It is actually about to be here, so I will have to depart. It's just like noodles and veggies and chicken.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. I've had it from here
healthy.
before. Yeah. All right, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. Yeah, let's read off the remaining notifications, and thank you again, Sneeg, for rating. And we're actually gonna be ending because I ordered my food and then I slayed villagers while I was waiting for my food to get here, as is what you do naturally. Okay, so where did we leave these off? I think it was with Arc 2 Recall. Oh no, we read that one. Read that. Silly Lily, 23 months. President God, 30 months. Medium Rare with a sub. Stale Squash, 19 months. Scaled Suit, 26 months. Sanison with a sub. Typical 1000. Oh wait, we did read those. We read those. M5G555 with a sub. Cool Guys Nation with 1,000 bits. You should add a downloadable skin for each person that buys quality content that matches the drop, or just sell quality content skins. I think the only way you could do that if it was on the Bedrock store, and I don't know how well a quality content Bedrock skin pack would work, but it's we'll see about that. I can't make any promises there. But I'm sure that there's plenty of people who might have made something. I know there were some quality content skins I saw in my Twitter mentions at some point. Aaron 3Me with a sub. Tip 11,200 bits. Tubble will be very sad. Oh, that the Fallen Kingdom server. I think he'll be okay. And let's see. Tip 11,200 bits. The way you automate the mechanical squeezer is this. Place a redstone clock block underneath the squeezer with a redstone torch placed on the side of the clock. Place a block above the torch that is next to the squeezer. Also place a lever on that block. Place a sticky piston facing up on that block, and it should extend. Place one slime block on top of the piston next to it so it's directly over the squeezer. Place an armor stand on the squeezer. I'm gonna have to reference that again next time or show it to Zine. Tip 11,200 bits. When you flip the lever, the redstone clock will cause the piston to retract and extend along the two slime blocks and will cause the armor stand to jump up and down on the squeezer and do the squeeze. Okay. S.J. Parker with the 16 months. Kill Bill with a sub. Matt Does Everything, 20 months of subbage. Rogue Master, 4 months. Really enjoying the series so far. I'd love to see some more mod packs in the future. They will always keep coming. HLDF, 25 months. Queen Rebel, 35 months. Great Kate, 31 months. Loving the content. Much appreciated. Tip 11,200 bits. You could really be like Order 66 because adult villagers give 0.2 damage, and child villagers give 1 damage. So child villagers giving more damage. Wow, that's diabolical. Paragy the Bat with 18 months subbage. That's a lot of enchantments. SETI28 with 6 months. It's MC Villager with a sub. Random Guy, 18 months. Trites Bonjour with 11 months. Alex the Obnoxious, 7 months. As usual, hope everything's going well. It's my bi-monthly stream I get to catch. Rectum Impaler, our boy, with the 52 months. Rhyolite with 8 months. Hiya Cap. Hope you're having a swick evening. It's pretty good. Frick You with a sub. Tip 11,200 bits. Check stats to see how many villagers you've killed. Let's see. Statistics. Mobs. How do I can't go into mobs. It won't let me. Why won't it let me? It won't let me go for some reason. Oh, there it is. Villagers. 44,000. Woo, boy. Okay. Oh my god. That's more than I thought. Cores, thank you for the 3 months of subbage. Ragnar with a sub. Sparkly Ayan with a tier 2 sub. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Very swick. And Nick LG with 5 months of subbage. Is my food here? It should be in just a moment. Although, wait, have I just not gotten a... Oh, not quite yet. All right, but I think I do have to wrap up. TTV Tigers, thank you for subbing. Much appreciated. I'll get to 1,000, and then we'll raid Zine. Oh my god. My mana, too. Guy called 7, 200 bits. Sorry I missed the whole stream. Had to redo some plumbing and install a new toilet and water heater. Today was fun. We're almost at 1,000. It's all good. You got to catch the tail end of the villager slaying. And my food is here. So, all right, is that it? We're good. We made 1,000 damage, and that's it. Oh my goodness gracious. Whew. All right, everybody. I will raid Zine. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the people who came for the raids. It was good to have you here. Hopefully you had a bit of fun. And, yeah, I can't slay Zine. I can't do that. Yeah, Alex the Obnoxious 200 bits. I love that my rare stream was all about water. Water is very important, okay? Stay hydrated. Absolutely. All right, have a good night. I'll probably catch you guys sometime tomorrow. Peace out.
Hey, this is Lily. Just wanted to come in here at the end of the video and say that if you're enjoying these CaptainSparklez videos, then please like and subscribe. I'm really close to having enough watch time to start monetizing these videos, but I need 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. Bye.